Alfonso's here, the godfather of the game. Many years of wisdom, remember his name. Speakers on stage, they'll drop the keys. Unlock your power and seize the breeze.
I'm Alfonso Quadra, and we are talking about mentorship. How can mentorship help you, your life, your career? We have mentor, mentee, Oliver, Jamal. How did mentorship help your life?
Well, first of all, so I got into mentorship in the first place was I find that it's important that, like, obviously it was basically a passion, right? I just always had this thing in my mind. I was like, I want to make such a difference in someone's life such that by doing so, 5, 10, 15 years from now, they can say, hey, you know, I'm here because of something Oliver taught me, or I'm here because, you know, Oliver made an impact on me or something like that. So I had that sort of drive in me that made me want to make an impact on people such that they would, not that they would remember me, but just that I make a difference sort of thing. And so it's impacted me in that same way where I've had mentors that I can point towards of having, you know, allowed me to have the success that I've had thus far. Because I don't think, like, obviously I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. And whether that's just my dad, obviously, or other mentors that I've hired, or other mentors that have simply taken me under their wing due to them seeing potential in me, it's had a huge impact on me for sure.
Well, it's funny that you say that because most often people think that a mentor should be someone that's way older than you, that has all this experience. But you guys, I mean, what's the age difference here?
4 years, 5 years? Four.
So 4 years. So you were just in his shoes.
Oh yeah.
So as a mentee, how did you reach out, and you know how did that dynamic work for you, Jamal?
It's funny because the concept you just talked about, the fact that the misconception is your mentor has to be like so much ahead of you. I read that in a book where it said your mentor should only be 2 steps ahead of you. And that's basically, in a nutshell, kind of what Oliver's basically the coach, and I'm his mentor. Mentee. Mentee. And basically, how I saw it was I wanted someone to help guide me to what I wanted to achieve. And so I was looking to start a business, and I started a couple of businesses.
So where were you at that point when you started? You were in school.
I was in school, yes.
Yeah.
It was my second year of school.
Yeah.
Didn't really like what I was learning in school, and I wanted to start my own business. So I tried an online business. I started that, and there was no guidance. So I was just kind of going with the flow, trying to learn as I go, watching YouTube videos, all that. So in a sense, it was kind of mentorship, but it wasn't direct coaching, if you will. And I didn't succeed. It took me a lot of time to get a little bit of results, and it just was not working out. So I started looking for something that's a little bit more local, where I can actually get results and get coached by someone on how to run a successful business. And that's when I stumbled upon Oliver.
Wow, nice. So did you do the same? Did you follow the same path? Were you someone that did the business and someone mentored you? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, basically. So I was in his role a couple years ago. Did very well and so on and so forth, and due to the mentorship and well, because that's another big thing too about mentorship is it's like you need to be asking the right questions to your mentor. If you're not asking the right questions, your mentor can't help you with.
Yeah, if you don't ask the right questions, you can't get the right answers.
So that was something I was good at. It was asking a lot of questions and the right questions such that I could guide myself through their guidance to what I wanted to do. So I did very well, and then they wanted me to take on the role, and so in taking on the role, I had to then look for talent and such, which is when I was fortunate enough to run into and meet Jamal at a networking event, and since then we've been inseparable.
Nice.
That's funny how that works, right? At a networking event?
Yeah. So now you are in a position where you could potentially mentor someone else now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really incredible how that works. Why is mentorship important in business, life, career, what have you?
I'd say one of the biggest things is it gives you the opportunity to have somebody look at things from a bird's eye view, because we get so caught up in a day-to-day of what we do. We get so into like busy. We get so caught up in things that are urgent and important, but not necessarily the best use of your time, and so on and so forth. So when you have a mentor that you can be open and radically transparent with about your situation, not hiding anything, have an open relationship and conversation with, they're able to then look at your entire situation from the further perspective, not having their emotions interfere, right? Because again, when we're in the day-to-day, we're so emotional, we're so charged, we're so in the heat of it and so on. But a mentor can just look at it for what it is, right? He can look at it almost numerically.
Yeah, like a third party.
Basically.
Yeah.
And so assuming that he has that position and then also has experience, then he can look at things both clearly and from a typically more advanced perspective. So then having that then come back to you is like, well, here's what I see, and then let's have a discussion about that. It basically more than doubles and triples and quintuples your potential, because now you're adding a whole other perspective with more experience.
Jamal, why is it important?
I think it definitely cuts down on the learning curve of whatever you're trying to achieve. So if I wanted to run a successful business of X, doing it on my own, realistically you can probably do it. But if you were to get a mentor who has the experience and who has done it before and succeeded,
Fast track.
Exactly. It just that curve becomes exponential. So whatever it would have taken you 5 years can now take you 1, 2, or 3 years.
Wow.
Just by having that mentor. And that's what I've found. The perfect example is, again, the online business versus this business. I had no mentorship there. I 100% believe that if I just continued doing it, I would have had success, but I wanted to do it in a certain period of time. If I had a mentor, it would have definitely helped.
Yeah.
Can
I
you
think to add to that too is, the whole idea of being successful is that of failing forward, and if you fail, you learn, you then can turn it into success. A mentor has already failed, right?
So you're learning from other people's failures.
Exactly, right? Like I can foresee the mistakes he's going to make, right? And so I can warn him of them, and he can go around them instead of get stuck at them.
Can you have more than one mentor?
Absolutely, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think that's key. As we were just discussing earlier, it's like we know that no one knows everything, so why would you expect that one mentor would, right? So you should have mentors that are.
Could someone lean on a mentor too much, where they expect too much?
Interesting. I don't know if I mean there's always too much of anything is bad, right, to an extent. But I feel like that's just something that has to be clear in terms of expectations with the relationship, right? Like, what do you expect from me as a mentor, and what should I expect of you as a mentee? And if that's clear, then there shouldn't be that, and it's on someone. It's someone's mistake if there is that too much. So, for example, for me, I actually have to set times where I'm like, okay, after this time, there's no access to me. I am offline, basically. Yeah. And
so this is when the next mentor kicks in. If you're not available, I call my other mentor. Or how would you manage multiple mentors, and what would be the dynamic of that?
My name is Alfonso Cuadra. They call me the Godfather of real estate. I've been in business for over 30 years. In real estate, over 26 years. I built a multi-million-dollar portfolio. And now I'm going across North America, talking to people and signing checks. I'm looking for deals because I'm building $1 billion portfolio. Is that you? Let me make an offer you can't refuse.
We just don't have enough information to make this decision. There's too many unknowns. And for that reason, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
well, again, it's like you shouldn't get like 5 mentors that are all specialized in the same thing. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's just a waste of everything.
Yeah.
It should be that they each specialize in different ways. Kind of like a mastermind group. You'd want to have everyone to really specialize in their own thing and bring their own thing to the table. So it wouldn't be about when one is off, I go to another. It's more like he's the guy I need to go to for X. His availability is Y.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to respect his availability because I want to respect him as he respects me and so on. And I'll reach out to him during his times of availability. But it shouldn't be that they're all the same. Everything. That's.
Do you have multiple mentors?
Absolutely. So I definitely believe that having multiple mentors is key because it gives you different perspectives. So for me to attain a certain thing, I want to increase my chances of succeeding. And in order for me to do that, I want to replicate other people's success with people who have succeeded in doing what I want to do and getting their different perspectives and applying it and kind of like Oliver was saying, a mastermind of all these ideas and all these perspectives and taking action on all of those, I've found has really worked well for me. So for example, for my business, again, I reached out to lots of people who were very successful in that field and got their perspectives. And then tried out different things from different people and then adapted it to my own kind of style, if you will.
No, I love that because it kind of leads into my next question. How would someone go about finding a mentor? It's like just knock on doors, call people up, go online, look for someone, or how would you go about finding that next mentor?
It's probably the most challenging part because it's that awkward. It's that whole take the first step, and the first step's always the hardest to take.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to get yourself out there, to be vulnerable, open.
It's like asking someone on a date.
It's worse. It's probably worse because it's like you kind of know what you're getting into when you're asking someone on a date to an extent. Like you can see it, but it's like with a mentor, like you really have no idea. So in terms of finding one, I'd say there's a few important tips. One, it's like, well, what are you looking for in a mentor? Exactly, right? Like you really got to narrow that down. Like, are you looking for someone who's really good at financial planning? Are you someone who's looking at someone who's good at distribution, or like if we're talking business, are you looking for someone who's good at scaling or whatever it is, right? Like, what are you looking for in terms of a mentor? And then you have to ask yourself, okay, well, if that's the type of mentor that I'm looking for, where does that type of person hang out, go, spend time? What kind of events do they go to? Networking events, so on and so forth. Wherever they go, get yourself over there.
So be around hang around the places where your potential mentor could be.
Exactly.
We should create an app. It's like Tinder for mentors and mentees. Swipe left, swipe right. No, but I mean, that would be great. That would be a great way, but it doesn't exist. So what's your process?
I think networking is very key because, again, that's how I found Oliver. I had an idea and I forgot.
Yeah, it's like what happened to me on the last show.
Well, again, I'll come back to the whole idea of putting yourself out there. I think is very important, and being open and being okay with reaching out to people because I felt resistance to wanting someone to help me when I started my first business. But after letting that go, and it's all because of ego, letting that go and getting not letting that affect me, that's when I was open to the actual coaching and the actual mentorship. And voila, that's actually how I found one. So I feel like it's a little bit of an alignment there as well.
So someone that's watching this program right now is probably thinking, you know what, I want to go out and get a mentor, but they're going to be afraid to what? Fail or ask the question or whatever.
Be rejected.
Yeah, be rejected. Just give us a little pitfall kind of story of, something that, you definitely, you found the value in the mentorship where, kind of a story where you might have been like, up against the wall or something might have been happening. Do you have a story like that? A scenario, a time where you really needed your mentor?
It's about narrowing it down to one thing.
Oh, so you're saying there's more than one?
Oh, well, of course. Sure.
I can't really think of anything on the top of my head.
Can you think of a story?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I can probably think of like one that was recent, which was I met with a lot of resistance recently. Like there was a lot of resistance in my life happening, and like people wouldn't necessarily be able to tell because I'm always looking to bring that positive energy and such. But there was actually a point where I was considering leaving the position that I'm in, and which was a big deal considering the impact it would have in me doing so. And so I reached out, I had a meeting with my mentor about it, and we went through a whole bunch of stuff and went through a whole bunch of resistance and so on and so forth. And by the end, it really reconnected me with one of my most fundamental values, which is integrity. And it's that, I gave my word that I would hold this position until it was done. I gave my word to the people that I'm coaching that I would be there for them no matter what, and so on. And so, although that was always there, I had forgotten it, which is another thing that mentorship does, is it reminds you of the greatness that is within you. Yeah. And so that's the thing. So it really like clicked back. By the next day, I was really like, because I was starting to get mentally checked out and all that kind of stuff, which is the worst thing that could ever happen. And then it just snapped back, and I was like, no, like again, I gave my word. I need to do this. People are depending on me. This is my responsibility, and so I'm back in full charge. So that's another big thing. It's like, for
So when you hit the wall, you were able to pick up the phone and say, listen, this is what I'm going through.
Well, I met in person.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. So talked about it, made a meeting, turned into like a 2-3 hour meeting. Yeah. Went through everything and came out of it very refreshed, to say the least.
Amazing. So, we're going to put all your information. It's going to be below. They can contact you, Oliver, or you're ready to become a mentor now. Someone getting started, right? You feel ready? Yeah. Before we leave the show, what didn't they teach you in school, Oliver?
Sure. Many things. Many things for sure. I think what I'll have to go with, and I feel like this is a common one, but I might as well just still hit it home. It's just financial management, debt management, all that kind of stuff, just money management in general.
You feel there's a lack?
There's none.
So there just doesn't exist, right?
I mean, I don't remember any in high school.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way.
But it's horrifying because you think about it. As soon as we turn 18, banks hunt you down to try to give you $25,000 of credit or something crazy like that.
With no training.
Yeah, no idea about like what the repercussions are of actually using it and so on and so forth. Like it's shocking. And I've heard horror stories. My hairdresser was just telling me the other day about how he had that $25,000 credit card as soon as it came out, and he ended up going bankrupt.
Wow, over 25.
He just kept blowing it. And it's like, of course you're responsible for that, 100%. But again, without mentorship, guidance, teaching, anything of the kind, like, how can you expect to really navigate through the waters of debt, the seas of debt?
Jamal, what didn't they teach you in school?
I think I'm definitely going to go with the fact that in school, failure is considered as bad. So for you to fail, for you to not move forward, say fail a course or something, that is looked at as very, very negative. But in reality, I've found in life so far, failure is the best thing I ever did. Because when I failed is when I learned, and I believe where I am today is because I failed so many times. And that's what got me to be able to succeed at the, whatever I was pursuing, if you will.
I love that. Fail often and fail quickly.
Yeah, and I think something to add to that too. It's like you also, like when you fail, you typically take extra time to reflect. When you succeed, you're just like, cool, I'm good. You don't really think about it. There's nothing to think about. You don't reflect on your success typically. You kind of just move forward from it and don't try to derive any lessons. So it's definitely a big thing.
You guys are awesome. Oliver, thank you for being on the show. Jamal, the next mentor coming up. Thank you for being on the show.
Join us for our 10th and biggest Expand Investor Conference. And this year, this November, we are doing it in Calgary, Alberta. Yeah! And it's gonna be a big one. And I want you to go and get your tickets right away. Our Expand Investor Conference, our 10th edition of our Expand Investor Conference is happening in Alberta. Get your tickets right away.